Hey everyone, welcome back to Bobini Creates. My name is Jeannie and welcome to my September completed coloring pages video. Wow, that was a mouthful. So my first three books that I'm going to show you each have 3 pages completed in them, and that was working towards the 3 of a kind SEP23 challenge. So hashtag 3 of a kind SEP23. So what that means is basically completing 3 pages in the same coloring book of your choice towards completing a coloring book. So I started off with this sugar skull picture. I have a color and chat on this one if you're interested. And I used Prismacolor Premier pencils. I used glitter gel pens, and of course the metallic acrylic paint, which I thought was a good look for this. I was glad that I actually used that. On the next one, double page spread, this one I'm super proud of. I used again with the acrylic paint on the little border. What that is, and I don't know if you can see it here, but it's color shifting paint. And then I'll hold still so you can see. But I really like the way this came out. I used some, glitter gel pen, just a little bit here and there. But other than that, I used my trusty Prismacolors. I just really like the way this came out. I loved my shading on these, and I don't know. Sometimes you're just proud, and this was one of those instances where I like the way it turned out. I really, really do. All right. And the next one is going to be A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. And on this one, again, I used some acrylic, what did I use? Acrylic folk art glitter paint over the top of a background of King Art gel sticks. And other than that, it's just my Prismacolor Premier pencils. And I don't know, another one that I really like the way it came out. All right. Next up, we have this one with, let's see, what did I use? I used some metallic paint for, I decided this was a yellow brick road, kind of, sort of. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a rainbow, but in my world it was a yellow brick road. So I used the metallic paints. I used, you can see the shimmery gel pens throughout, and again my Prismacolors. But another one I was kind of proud of. So I feel like I had a successful month. And I think when you like what you colored, you enjoyed what you colored, and you think that maybe it turned out all right, I think that's a success, And my last page in this book is this one. And I'm holding these up because these books are small, but I used acrylic paint for the background along with a gold glitter acrylic paint over top of that. And then again, my Prismacolors. And another one that I like it. I like it. It's colorful, and I think that's fitting for Halloween. It's just super, super cute. All right. And my third book that has the 3 pages is my Camellia Angelkova 50 Stylish Mandalas. And as you guys probably remember from past videos, these ones I just sort of work on when I'm drinking coffee in the morning before my head is adjusted, and so it's just mindless work. But nevertheless, it's something that I've learned to kind of love working on. So got 3 pages completed there. I thought this was sort of fitting for fall. and one that I tried, just sort of blues and aquas. And on all of those, I used Sharpies. So that was easy. Okay. And then on this one, I have a flip through of this book on my channel, Cottage Galore by Katie Vaz. And this is, by the way, another one of those books that I was able to get at a secondhand store. So, hey, I love it when I can score a book for like next to nothing. So this one, I'm trying to remember, it's all pencil, but I think you know what I know I did? I used Arteza on this, with the exception of just a tiny little bit of gel pen. But yeah, Artezas. I remember because I, it was a little bit of a challenge. I have this 72 set and I just didn't feel like I had, all the different colors that I wanted maybe to sort of complete it. But nevertheless, I like the way it turned out. And this paper's kind of thin, so I didn't want to use, anything that I thought would bleed through to the other side. So yeah, another nice fall picture. All right, next up. Oh, this one is actually kind of a summer picture. In my head, I had decided that I was going to try to, get one, darn it, I was going to color one more summer page, and then the rest of it was going to be all, fall and Halloween. So in the Seasons coloring book by Coloring Heaven, and these are the designs of Ellie Marks, who is a lovely illustrator. And so for this one, I used, again, all Prismacolor Premier pencils. And on this one, I tried to do a couple of different things. I did this background, which was the sort of, I don't know if you call it soft focus or out of focus background, that was inspired by Shell from Shell's Coloring Journey. Hi, Shell. It was kind of funny. She had said she did I don't know, a kind of a tutorial on doing these types of backgrounds, and so I took inspiration from that. And what I really got a kick out of is she said that she took her inspiration from Chris Chang. She was trying to channel her inner Chris Chang. So I told Shell, I am trying to channel my inner Shell because she is one of my favorite colorists. And if you haven't checked out her channel, you for sure need to. She's pretty amazing. So anyway, this was new to me to do this kind of background. And then here, my sister's idea to do a kind of a wooden, table background, like maybe it's a picnic table type of thing. But yeah, I think it turned out all right for considering that I was trying some new things. And my last my last summer picture felt good just to kind of squeeze one more summer picture in there. So that's that. And then you would have maybe seen that I did a flip through of the US edition of the Coloring Heaven Halloween special. And in that flip through, I had mentioned that the pages are super duper flimsy, which they are. They're just not good quality paper. And I had commented that I wasn't sure if I was going to color directly in this book or if I was going to copy it. And I ended up copying it. Excuse me just a moment. Sorry about that. So I ended up copying the page that I did onto, thicker paper, better quality paper, so that I could, I don't know, play with it a little bit better. So that's what I did here. So this one I had used alcohol markers, which I don't think would have, well, I guess it probably would have been fine in that book, but I feel like it would have really soaked up my markers, and I didn't want that either. So I did the alcohol markers, and then I went over it with Prismacolor. And then this is just a little bit of the Signo Uniball Signo white pen. So I I love Halloween, and so this is just right up my alley of something that, oh man, I couldn't wait to work on this page. And again, I like how colorful it is, and it was a pleasure. It really was. All right. Another one that was a color and chat. This is the Art of Coloring Disney Hocus Pocus. And I worked on Billy the Zombie on this one. And so what did I use here? I used marker in the background, and then I went over that with my pencils, my Prismas, and then of course a metallic background. Now I think in all fairness he probably gets a little bit lost in this, but I'm okay with that. I just think he sort of jumps out at you, and in a way, and I don't know. I'm a bit of all right on this one. I don't know if you can see it. I know these metallic backgrounds get kind of shiny, but anyway. And I mentioned on that video, these are not his original colors in Hocus Pocus, but because I knew I was going to use a darker background, I purposely made him lighter colors, lighter hair, lighter clothes. But I do like the way the shading turned out, and another one that it was a pleasure to complete. All right, speaking of pleasures, I had just a blast on this one. This is from Whimsical World Big Book by Molly Harrison. And I had the pleasure of working with the lovely Shayna from Shayna in Colorland as a buddy color on this one. And we had so much fun just hanging out and chatting and coloring. And this is the page that we decided to work on. So I think the only thing I did here as far as marker is just was just the tree. And then I went over that with my pencil. So I wanted this to kind of look like a little bit of a gravel background and a stone wall. And I think this one turned out all right as well. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here, and I'm going to insert a picture of Shayna's buddy color right here. She did a phenomenal job, and I really love the way hers turned out. And yeah, absolutely a good time, fun to work on. Thank you so much, Shayna. And my last one is from Kawaii Girls by Jade Summer, and I completed a witch with alcohol markers and went over that with some pencil and a little bit of gel pen for the stars and little accents. I don't know if you can see those, but yeah, she was super simple, and sometimes that's kind of what you need to to work on too, especially after maybe completing a more detailed page. So yeah, this was didn't turn out too bad for it being just a pretty simple page. But guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing your videos, your completed pages, and thanks for sticking with me while I shared mine. I really enjoyed doing that. Take good care, everybody. Bye now.